Met the Sam 741 in the studios of 92.9. And I feel so Kessben TV, they kick off sports for us. Tony Montana and I feel so Kwame Mickey. On day sports in the break, Kessben matches, so they are back again at 9:45 with the man Jolaka from 9:45 down to 2 p.m. On the break, and then 2 p.m. down to 4 p.m. Radia Kasa at 92.9 Kessben Accra, and I feel so 4 to 6 Mr. Fox. I bet to not say. My young Eddie Kessben driving the break. Eclipse collateral management. Some in control say. And my Usumane says, "No Musuma son society." And our Dofubia when you know one Eclipse collateral management. You know, he's an only Monkona Monkoye Juma when it comes to collateral issues. You can't collateral where Juma party. Omo young where Juma yepa. Say yeah, collateral brokerage. Say yeah, credit brokerage. And I feel say yeah, land document perfection. Ninginara. Omo young way Juma yepa. Into one Eclipse collateral management phone code in come up. No one share mount. I feel so. They are the game changers when it comes to turning your property documents into profit. Omo ye ningina. So what they yeah, a Japadian krata da hono be timidi ye Juma. Mawusu nya kakra edidi. Profit in the obenya bipa. Into one Eclipse collateral management phone code in come up. Number boy yepa. Omo wo hem for mo dental barrier mo wo Medimosis Hospital hono man omo ben. And also say West African SHS one no ho. Promo on 054-383-2466. 054-383-2466. Now one day Eclipse collateral management for ND and come on. At Eclipse collateral management. Or say for property owners, we say think safety and decent income. And for businesses, we say think funding before projects. And no, and Eclipse collateral management is a main country more. Hey. Diagnostic herba industry say a drostron come with the abano 1374 no. Jaco Pebi Towa na man for topper T74 a boye pa a drostron come. A dress up you won't no more. What you say, yes, so think that would be a koye, a prevent and yama baby. I don't know what you're in terminal copy to T74. And one is what a high blood pressure, or a high blood sugar, or chronic wounds, hepatitis B and C, HIV, kidney infections, liver infections, also prostate enlargement, bad breath, ulcers, menstrual pain, and after so chronic cough, asthma, chest pain, and after so arthritis, swelling faces when you know one son, no 99, a pachoa, Tortina 74, T74, and it says I will copy now what on a bebo yepa. Only a diagnostic herba industry phone in come on. I was 0246 073498 0246 073498 and I face to 050 162 8931 050 162 8931. Not only a paying for ending comma. No one share mount. Messi office there. As I said, we know about one. Danny, then you know, our customers know our clients. I'm about to say, baby, I want to. Hey, baby, papa, yepa. First, and now show sumo. Me pachowa 2026 and beyond. Me pacho sumo no kwese mobile. His son said, I said that Twin Towers. I said that Twin Towers. I said that Twin Towers. Oh, Jackie Jai. They say glass and kwa. Hey, tower beer. And what circle? Hey, baby, a Kessben 92.9 FM 1. Yeah, they were 4th floor. Ya bet you. A man for so bad neighbor. It's here in time. Wow, person will be a consultant to mini clinic. I will shop, will shopping mall. I will mobile phone shops, you know. And they optical services in India. And I said that Twin Towers. And it says I will ban a bedroom office, you know. His son said, Officer Sebio, Edimu. Officer security number 1. Omo june home. Well elevator no left in here Juma come into clients na momre. Na so jine man no we mia say okoye ground floor ko hefa. Nina. And I face to the air one is say with the city center. Make a circle here. Bibia biwaha. Cars no waha. It will clients no more bow mombrekra. Baby biwaha. That is the business center, the city center. I call it. And it's here in terminal brand of AGB. I see that Twin Towers. Jack, friend numbers in a while. 0244 900449 0244 900449 and our first is 020 511 0001 020 511 0001. Now one year paying for him come on. And yen share quite before house ubenya. A year will shop no office no optical services no ubenya be na feel that year juma. I mean we bound. And one I make a choice said the ye party. Cycle Sky Mall. And some will promotion. Now Cycle Sky Mall. Jack. Mr. Branda for Wendy Bechet. Now a year Cycle Sky Mall. I walk a year Asra Twin Towers here. And no quantity more like Ben Cycle Hanuman, the boss, so many of my ball form. I mean, a man also product in our one also in your product. Get what I feel American, I feel European countries in England. Oh, Jackie Jai, who write a year more what to say, yes, more no home. And near my wall, be a win here, be a one summer can be wall. Say, yeah, more, say, yeah, oil, say, young Qualania, say, yeah, toffee, say, yeah, a draw here, say, yes, San Doko, the Doko Yamwa. Nina, when you be away, yes, Cycle Sky Mall. Jack Mesura Honoma to say, yes, we're around more Lancasa. Bibia kwa kama services no su koye udu hono man paying 40 Miss Rachel near Bisa so ababa wa crachin patch of idea Nina Cycle Sky Mall e koye bruta e was Cycle heya the only mall in Cycle amwa de tono e koye na Cycle Sky Mall sa make just your promotion na all you know Jackie Jai and in term na betobi me say yen entam na bra na niema ye di kofie niema nkwala be di niema se bia busuafo be di wo fie ai fi America ni Europe ni dia kan nyina na kama papa ni enda ba ne asantete so ama wo o mpe na pede ya me pa cho wa yen entam yen ma ye pe olive organic pure olive oils no me pa cho bra wa ni embe tobi 600 Ghana cedis is here they about 400 Ghana cedis oil blend and first oil pobes nina ya tete so kama pacho bra after me on the man kwada no ne se na ombetimi anyini na omo widiem ni bones ni betimi akoyie no se wontumi nto maame papa wontumi nto esa na wusu me pacho wa bra Cycle Sky Mall na ya tete so first na 300 Ghana cedis here turn 255 Ghana cedis yenoma ye pe cranberry juice to some meno na ye 280 Ghana cedis here they about 240 Ghana cedis avino body wash ne dia kanyina na ye 370 Ghana cedis here they about 330 Ghana cedis awa umpe we yenom so ye pe mo no me na me pe basmati rice no once na yi makuma sa the healthy ones epachowa ye 400 Ghana cedis is here about 350 Ghana cedis and a Nivea product in yes ye roll on say your body splash say yes free now when you him Jack no so crown to cry your day what to cry so to me to so ABB wo hono da bi o they say attitude from 30 Ghana cedis to 20 Ghana cedis and then niema bebre Jack coconut oil and oil akanyina emo and the toffee ni dia kanyina ni nyina wo ho me pa share in term na bra white Cycle Sky Mall the promotion no e koso ankasa wo hwehwe Cycle Sky Mall me pa cho wasera 20 West dan ni mu a was Cycle heya bebia eye Kessben 92.9 wono amo wo ground floor hono mu a wudu hono mu a wo be hu say yes amo wo hono mu a yen in term na no mu nkodi nkomo 19th ya no mo shase omo be wie 21st of February promotion no ATN in term way o person in pen for so di nkomo na be tu na ko ton na be tu na de ko fie dia 0240 212510 0240212510 and also says 0242 346675 0243 346675 now in pen for di nkomo And it is 50 minutes into 7 a.m. Meeting at the Amansan Son for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Kessben Maakye Suni and the Ashase from now to 9:45. The Minowa and I'm doing common. I share the economy, the Ebenina or Memusam. A home communina ye babidi. Bijidi say when ni Eddie a rise Ghana for omo pekete no mo ye American embassy no when ni de chi ye pa. Omo kwa ne so omo ko day 1 day 2 day 3 day 4. Omo so omo kwa to say omo beti say America for ajatu mu say the aye die ese say ye de ora Ken Oforiata eba omemu hanom. And now so nenya nti ye say judge no so no bisa say me pacho wa extradition na ye say Ghana for edi aba no ewo hefa bese me di mani hu dito na fe hu de ekọ ene de eba nyina sadi nam tamaklo indeed ono so next tradition no enche ebeba enu nti no we have two oba baako na afi so papa baako ai so mu nyina omoba na ye baako de bebisa ne nano asem efa niema akoso during ono ne time ana ye finance minister baako de yebu ne fo awie deda na so oba no be 7 sentence no enu nti na ono eba meka sadinam ono so eba de ka hu bia no ye bedi hu komo ene anopai wo fie ha and right now 10 days. I'm sure it is getting to 9 days if my memory serves me right. I'm talking about the MPP primary Senababe Kosworo. So 211,849 delegates and Ababe to Aba. 333 centers 31st of January and Ebebaso. In Sembebrinano and APPM still campaign no air cost. So still there are too many things, harsh words that have been thrown in here and there. And my omoto tomorrow hosa be to Tuboba Park and so Senebeya delegates able to me to Aba. Amomo na almost omotumi de ababedi whoever will win will become the presidential candidate Emma the New Patriotic Party for 2028 elections say nyame domina say omuyi nipa ne dia na afi hu nipa obedi animo say be any of the 5 in na there delegates and abetre 211,849 delegates in abetre die yemfa to me no emma no be di anymore emma the MPP. There are too many issues that are really happening and also you be the one come on now if you share the echo and need the air banging now it is interesting say 2 days or 3 days ago and a circle yenim heya Obrasport opposite or VVIP omachiro honoma transport station honom eja eto honom anopa be 9-10 ya sena me no kase ya na eja eto mu circle right after that there are too many fire outbreaks SCCC within the centers and I think that same day or a day after Nenyumre and yet say Dom Market so eja edem and ra Enyumre then I saw another one my producer showed me a video and also efi Madina Zongo Junction Market and also eja edem. Now I'm asking myself say sa eja shishie ya asan shasie all of a sudden asan ashasie biono efi hifa ana eba hifa and asan yema we na ashasia efi eba. It is becoming something else. Na ejashishie de na yenim say anka the thing of the past. Emma when it comes to especially market na sisia samba bio de we don't know what is really happening. It look as if say omemu ha no ene maybe senior kan ho asem baku mienu miensa pe na eja ato honom sa. Indeed utie me reporter Fifi ene circle mpemfo ni di nkomo enra you found a life from there na mpemfo ono Fifi na sheda bisa one interesting question that I really want to put across again. Now can be very interesting say wo share bibi ehie ya circle ha de ehie na say fire service for no kra eba no kra no ekwan kra ennim a obetumi afamu akọ inside say bibi agya no kra hyase no obetumi akọ ho no wakọ dum agya no eni ho sa ho ni nyina no aye cluttered ho ho nyina aye bibi wo ho which one is it the circle one and ye de ekwa your friend Matisse is here to come China for them to position well and then use that particular place. I don't know. We'll look into it very well and then find out exactly what it is. But say a honey no we say first na krana and sana ube rahono ube se stocks no bon be 5-6 e bon at a go. A honey nan aye cluttered. Just say u raho krana o ho ekire wo. Now why the more sa kwan no AMF4 anasa why and the man sa kwan ne man ho no be ye de senior no na ye hwe nipa si a shop baako o si mienu o si miensa ho be ye bibia se bi nipa da honom ena se bi obi ne ne yene ne man nyina akwakotena honom ena se bi habo other people na ye nim se hono ensem fata ye ni se yesa no na mintiasie se we have district assemblies where they are supposed to take care of the district, take care of Omwankasa Omo area. You are the mayor of your own place. Omampenyi hunyansa sebi. Ena okan se SSA ye boa emma eye districts ne omamaka nyina no etumi koye ntino wo abrante ma fa se beye mani ewo district way beye mani ewo assembly way beye mani ewo municipal way enti kan hunu se wo no we are the president of that particular area. It is all your president of that particular area there. Except for so who say, sa community now woman no, o commande almost over 2,000 or 3,000 a year population. I was a Bronone so I friend municipal and I said district assembly no. O ye penini ewo honum. It is all your penini wo ho there. Security is in your place. Transport sector is in your place. Therefore, as I say, we share a year was said yes, say we ye district chief executive and now municipal chief executive. And now we are Accra mayor, we are Kumasi mayor, we are one mayor. No, you should understand. Say, Sa Bronona was no. There are rules and regulations, bylaws are what they govern a yes, sir, a chrono. And it is said to Sadia, maintain say, ye pavement. Pavement are sebi nipa befaso, senebeya on follow kwemu, naka embono, ye pavement no, na fe no, any of the ton adie. Eno ene de ton mudu eno ene ye de wache esiso ena ye ton eno ena kwabrane abubo ndua aye choba esiso ena oton eno ene ye ton bicycle ewo so. This is not fair. Say pa ene te dia. What it means is that muna ya famu as president of a year Richard Ahanom ye infa mufra hasen klote kole. Na se klote kole wa wo ye president wo mu no unene MCU se DC ya wa hanom no na o how pa anything say ye this asha wonsa na want to be my discipline and manage. Then it tells you say you cannot even hold any other bigger position in anywhere to even control the system. And now fee echo honom no ye ne Richard say asafache, right? Ye no edi enkomo yen hwe na fe yentie the course so 150 and no edi enkomo no
bese manche eni ko commemorate yini amuna muma me ba ha no pay ebe gina say me hwe de ekoso ni nyina ba already no yati say Chinese na oil station wa ha no
okay me bana ya
inti oni amanfo bi
clearly mo amohwe ye Kessben ke pon 9 Facebook no and I feel so mo wo ye Kessben TV so no on your screens in this and now we share what really transpired. There was circle aftermath of Ejano and yes enema we nyina ACC but my main sambo biom na mo radio so 92.9 munti and I feel so ye Kessben TV mo so mo share na fe member back this year.
Already no yati say Chinese na oil station wa ha no ope hato inti oni amanfo bi hihye ho but me to me can say Chinese na watuma ye di ejabeto a but say am hu movement bi e koso wa ha say me hu say movement bi koso wa ha intama the yeti no me suspect say e bia e ampa na say na da no ya need to me
show on your screen
so unless
that is what you are seeing there
the stool of the land and the custom of
a circle no e jahye na e ko so wo ho no hwe enema ahye amount differences any fridge some that be go. I wonder what that difference pa to me ashe difference assume honum. Then I wonder whether ECG4
assassin free
bill and now say
ni ho enye gbese manche wo so sisia
electricity na ye no no and ohunya say somebody abeka kire say they can't into. I mean if clearly enema cost to say e wo honum a e ha adwene ye pa afei na ye clear honum nyina nyema asay any dia ko nyina we are still waiting to hear officially and minim sababe PM the officially what really brought there and yamana esi na ema sa ejane ba ene dia yenya ente but am here say metimi as nya audio ni bi wa
se manche eni ko commemorate hini amuna muma me ba ha no pay ebe gina say me hwe de ekoso ni nyina ba already no yati say Chinese na oil station wa ha no opɛ ha to nti oni amanfo bi hyehyɛ ho but me to me can say Chinese na watuma ye di ejabeto wa but say see am hu movement bi ekoso wa ha sisi me hu se movement bi ekoso wa ha
nti eno na ohwe
ye tie no me so speti bia ampa na sase na da ha no bia ni to me
so enema ensheda enko yi sa when it comes to jahihye ewo omemu ha no man bia hye no so no minim de nti ayetumi emma ade wesi wie ansana AMFO ne mu empayefo nyina kwa begina ho akasa afa ho time na omo hyase ewo ho nyina no yehu ye hwe de ekọ ne de ba nyina ya nya ho hwe ene yetena ase a de eni han ye hwe ya na nipa kotena ho nipa ekotena ho eware ye ewo ye appoint nwumira o so wa bafie oba betena ase watutum waso kanea me ye sure say condition nyina na ebi wo honom enso no ne yentumi anya ho hwe wan na ejeje eye eto ewo honom wan na ehwe ejeje eye sika ewo honom say amanfo entena ho na omumbie shops na yanjiji omu sika hwe containers a isisi honom. One of the containers I mentioned sisi ache was a condition crane bo eye container ni mo and no crash no enye BBSS edc no then you ask yourself no crown on the connection when it comes to electricity crown na etisane so electricity for ebeba efie me Kojo Preko mi fie abeka chem say mintua me bill enu nti me mra na me betua na ombe sanhye me na untumi enwura ha embejeje eye wo kanea senior esesa wo jeje no I mean it is not fair. So if indeed say districts no clote hwan ne omo maka nyina samotena se na mo hwe the only thing you are interested in is to take the taxes from them, take the taxes from omo ho no ma titikita momo na mo jeje omo sika na mo call back. Then at the end of the day you go and sit in front of accountability for say oh ya juma yetumi anya sika yetumi anya sika so and so efi municipal nim and as a district nim yenya ne nyina ye de aba sa sika na mudiji nyina no it tells you that mudiji sika na yentumi fanye de sene de fata ye jiji fi baby ene se jiji sika no. Now another interesting thing share cycle one will say eja no wusie kumo na ohun wo ho no meba mamisan tribe na ti ade na memra fire service for so ewo eye honom me hu se wo hu se fire service tender no esi honom me kire wade bi sesi a meba no de ekoso ewo circle but it's interesting say oba brass sport hanoma opposite honomo no bridge national but head national you see fire service for office wo honom de bia metwemu bia me bese akofie bia no me hu omo wo ho wo fire service for ho na me hu my friend say omo car no esi honom chese nka BBC ewo circle hanomo a eno na ka betumi aye the first option o betumi aye indeed. The brain behind having the fire service tender no esi honom no is good. Ye damping for us so mo dwene ekosi sa. Na clearly asem si ye no to test the situation no it has come out clear says I didn't need to a white elephant. Apparently tender na esi ho no say enya adwuma esi hokwa So then I asked myself, fire service personnel no omotete ho na omoti wo debia no ye dem obetena ho se omotena 24/7 no na omote ho na omo nim se car na esi ho no a ye dudu mugya no enya adwuma no na omote ho sa eye den, to the extent that time eja no started here no ese so omo frɛ Accra no mo de eye omo cars no tenders no efi ho no meba be ye 3 efi Accra, main Accra, Tudu, Accra, Edeba, Ebedum, Ejano, Ewa circle. Fire service. Clearly, I don't know. Minim the SSA ye fahon. But ebeba na ye disa en common biom. 6 minutes into 8 a.m. meeting at the Mansanson for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Now, one other issue ababeto jwa sisiano nika. A very, very interesting discussion that we need to have today has to do with the oil sector. Now, nije bebre say oil no anase petrol ni diesel ni dia kenyina no yateteso. First ever, mehu say ye ton at this time ye ton fuel 9 cedis, eko 10 cedis. I feel so ebi do mo gina 9 cedis na, and I think it's Star Oil. Gina 9 cedis na just onko ni momba for money. What is really happening with the sector? Enyama na atoto ye. Anaso say bibi na aba. Esem de ben ene wo honom. And then again, the issue of Star Oil, efi watu atwatwe ho efi Chamber of Oil and marketing companies for Komak. Watwe ho efi mu because there are too many things that are happening now. Ono fo say anka esese omoye. Technical for no ebeba na yedi ho enkomo ye pa nti mamenko on Zoom na mene miankasa menua bema Abrante Benjamin Insia our executive director ma Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy semse na ye no ending komo and for this issue that has to do with the oil industry or the oil sector, what is really happening there. Me mwache mo akwa beba Kessben TV na Facebook Kessben 92.9 FM wa Accra bibi aboko there. Orange has ultimate can me watch my kwaba.
Yebo communia.
But I say me fro watch me so na yeba be di enkomo. Now enkomo yeba be di no se be esi esua de timi mfo esi esua de na yeti ase yi pa. Ye de di enimu ane se yesi atete petrol so. Ye tete petrol so no de enima ane se se bi Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies no omo so ekra petrol ni bi ba no. Prices no obia ne dia otontoma esisi a de ehua heavy ones ehua ne 10 Ghana cedis na ewu mu no ana Star Oil ye nyina so nim Star Oil so ton petrol ibi ema yen yehu ya ne se ne dia no ode akọ 9 cedis a oton instead of 10 cedis no the atete brofu bebre ebi say ye say ye free bibi price ceiling ye free bibi price control yakwa ba ye say ye bibi a friend of petroleum price floor and no so ehun chase na etisen. First off my entiase de ye hu se CA yatete fu so no eye di ntina ma no abasa
amela se minia fuel anteso de ye be niema nine na niema nine no emumienu amanone especially Donald Trump ne foreign policy and as the national security strategy or the face world no ena emumienu so domestic to say my muha the enso ama fuel price IF4 mayen the mienu Donald Trump ne first Donald Trump foreign policy ni say onje climate change ni nti ononje climate change ni no abribi oba last time oba akunwa no so no or making sure say oba increase production of crude in America nti say or statistical increase production of crude in America because of say break even price in America near a bit higher and no OPEC any OPEC alliance almost mutu fango cotton no almost share that pump a lot of oil into the market because on say oil no born no no AF4 a year lesser than the break-even price of America. This lesser than break-even price of America. It collapses most of the American oil companies, especially those in the fracking or shale technology industry. Because America, you see unconventional ways of producing oil, which is quite expensive compared to Saudi Arabia, Russia, Kuwait, all those OPEC countries. Until Babiana, there's too much oil on the international front compared to demand. Na ama ebono akofom. Two, adiba kwa Donald Trump asa ayene se would say Russia started conflict or Ukraine no na European Union Air Force wasanka fango bo, which is crude oil no Russia beton $60 per barrel because omunsu suyemo no se fango bo no ebro $60 per barrel Russia be just bebre etimi e de akon ntokwa no Ukraine nti omo the price cap buy all these market distractions no anya adwuma Russia so because still not product no high nti one of the things that Donald Trump and he said obeko so chaos on the international market nti o started tariff war nti tariff war ni trade war no all the tax to aman nyina so no ma production estole global expectations say anka countries be grow no ni nyina estole the moment expectations na say countries growth no stole no and I say entimi increases in the say increase no the demand for petroleum products kofom nti ema one na use petrol or person use petroleum product di omudwuma di nyina san kofom madika ka cho say obabia na make sure say a lot of these products is on the market until sign create tariff for no to cause demand reduction. Until the moment of demand reduction ba products do na ba market no na amane boyful until neno we have much product on the market compared to the demand of it because of growth projections because China cranker for the past decade or grew at least 8% no. This year, when Timian grew 8% or grew by 6%. European Union, BA grew 1%, and projections are that Timin grew. So when projections, economic projections, country being Timin grow, the everybody say demand for oil so better, demand for oil so tia, a born so abafum. This is basic demand and supply. Now three, Adiba Donald Trump say and say, and I know quite Donald Trump. That is the foreign policy of America. Once America a major country, most of the countries a reserve and also save or more excess liquidity and also musika omanya. Unya skabro so obi a person save our American market and also be a person save in dollars because dollar no a major trading currency. So sanctions over the years, or more the sanctions are to Iran, so or more the sanctions to a lot of countries. So into sanctions are the two countries. So assign a cost tariff war no, and my countries do not sans through they don't want to save in dollars again. Most countries don't want to save in dollars. Into more train almost free dollar mu. Now, over history, say country be and saving sika currency mu and saving either in euros or in dollars are the best option a gold. Until now, most countries are beginning to save their wealth and also more savings, you know, or more gold. Because gold the enyo might be adia until might be intimate kasa or the tabo to so. And the moment the country is beginning so more saving gold, now more gold price cost. Fortunately, Ghana is one of the major producers of gold. Until gold price cost no na and also adding faso Brian. These are some of the geopolitical things that are also gold, amana kosro, also fuel price, and so aman eno ene boaswati. Now, aside that fuel price, but here a lot of people want to invest in gold, so gold price kosro. So these are the geopolitical factors. And amane yefango boso ati ewokruma kese. The other domestic factors no fiscal policy by the Ministry of Finance. The previous government started some debt deferment and as a domestic debt exchange program. Now, as a domestic debt exchange program, even though it has its own political consequences, because one, relaxing or debt payment, and most of these debts are likely going to be in dollar debt, and as they are likely going to be in dollars. Until the moment I relax say utua or dollar rated debt, and I say dollar oka dollar mono. Here dollar do and I say more pay up dollar do enkutia this particular debt. Until abribiano ema o sidi no ho den kakra because ade ba ko high sidi ni kese ne say ye boabo sidi no a converted ya dollars mu na ye de akutua ye ka. But the moment I wama o time period and as a settle period be say be this year sanka metua be a dollar debt be $20 billion metua $20 billion metua be $5 billion because of arrangements am through the exchange program. Nti what the fair debt ni be and social literature no one of the main reasons why I see appreciating against the dollar no is because of some of these debt deferment. Now 2, which is a fiscal policy. The other fiscal policy in Swa Eboy and Kessben say Ato is Honorable Dr. Ato Forsen a very contractual because contractual or you'll be very minimal in the expansionary approach into Uniska Bibri. Say Odisika, Nasikano, the NTA was Odisa Sikano. Or in cheddar and wasted resources basabasa. And because of some wasted resources basabasa, on pushing a lot of sika into the economy in terms of expansionary measures. And these own pushes into the economy normally because of say a country a very capital intensive in terms of importation, and I import a lot of capital goods, and a lot of products because of sika donation system Emma ye import and cost and for pressure and $2 so. Another fiscal measure, Honorable Ato Forsen aye. Now the other side also has to do with monetary measure. Monetary measure by the Bank of Ghana and so abua. So this monetary measure, for example, Sebia, domestic gold purchase program, gold for reserve, gold for revenue, all these programs, and so boa. At the time of gold price in cost and so boa, MIC no more. The fiscal side by Dr. Ato Forsen, which has appreciated the cedi by about 30% or maybe 20%, and then the monetary aspect by the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Siama, and also appreciate cedi no by about 10 to 15%. Until can in Abuma, cedi appreciation no, and also abua ama ne yefango boss what inti Donald Trump aye ne de na locally no so yeso yama cedi no appreciate and cedi no appreciation and ama ne oko pump na ade anka bia in 2022 and even in 2020 2015 2025 for example in January 2025 now products may be around 14 Ghana cedis a big 15 Ghana cedis in January February but in there same product no turn on 9 Ghana cedis it means no turn on 11 Ghana cedis and 12 Ghana cedis per liter. It means that external factors are buying and domestic factors and as internal factors especially fiscal measures and monetary measures no and so boy mafango boy.
Ora Benjamin Sia say any explanations in our manner yembra yemu hanafi yen share what is really happening now. It is clear say petrol no na yedie hu diesel ni bibie ni hu say yateso. It is not that Ubia cra the same kind of pricing marketing to the extent that Star Oil, for instance, drop from 10 Ghana cedis to 9 Ghana cedis omo ton omo fuel no. Ama kofa ensemble na no ena aba. Meno kase say Star Oil say omo suspended omo omo association with the membership with your friend is saying the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, it's saying said they were looking for and I say almost advocating for something has to be done. What they are looking at is that almost see BB at the your friend your friend saying price floor. Now they have to be abolished. Mr. Wa a DNA a price floor now. Star Oil has been championing to say abolish a price floor. No, but
as I said, the price floor no. A conversation every economist, legal for no lawyer for no about economics. I think some of these things are good for union or Musha economics, because it makes them appreciate practical influences of policy. So basically, here. Basic economic theory, I say demand and supply and set prices. Say the force of demand and supply in the market and equity an equilibrium price. And as our equilibrium price, neither benefits the seller nor the buyer because we now equal benefits like obia NCC obi or market no. Ti ohwe market na sa na after 2015 ye di regulation free ho no ye di regulation by na di regulation no ne susu aso ne say ebeba market na asset the prices based on the forces of demand and supply as well as other market forces. Inti yakura musa ebedru 2024 April. In the 2024 April no, and it is so because before 2024 April no, the single entity and as me fa bin kranka ho menka so bi ono kwa but Star Oil, Goodness, Zen Petroleum, Allied, Frontier, Alinko, these companies, decided say omebema product and higher price competitive. Because one, establishment no buy enche or until they don't have goodwill. And there was this perception then that some of these companies substandard product and I say if quality no low compared to omo buy channel, especially omo buy channel Goel, Total, Vivo and I say Shell, Puma, Engine, a friend Misa. These companies were already in the system for some time. Na perception no agro say omo muton quality product. Ena ebinum a omo person mrum se say no enton quality products. To kill that particular perception and attract customers, some of these companies, STT say omo the price and the beton omo product. They became very price competitive. Say buono kra obe 20 Ghana cedis and as a say 18 Ghana cedis. Now companies in the air turn around 15 and as omo turn around 14. So omo diverted traffic from the major companies. And I say well-established company because they mean from major because they are not the major because Star Oil has taken over as the number one in terms of sales volumes. But well-established and long-established companies, almost at a lusu market. Almost at a lusu market, and I think at that time now, Honorable Prempe and in charge of Goel. I quite remember say also suspending who from Association of Oil Marketing Companies and their friend Comac. Or train because or say na price na ebin mukutu no very competitive na kele Goel. Nti oni omunya akasakasa. Nti sa nsem no na MPA decided say no. Say yamfa flow bi ama. Say near Goodness ne Star Oil no ne Alinko no divert traffic no from the major OMCs no. Yamfa flow na ma and where major OMCs no suffer, especially Goel being a state-owned entity will suffer. In April 2024, and the floor price ni buy. Floor price ni basically ni say equilibrium no, and as a market no set ni equilibrium price based on the force of demand and supply. Floor price ni say sell above the equilibrium price. Any coin say will be sell below the equilibrium price, and I say or sell the equilibrium price. I will sell it above it. That's the meaning of floor price. Sanka ye still na nkabia obeseli below the equilibrium price. And normally floor price is set to support sellers and as a producers. Nti ma memfa nko agri sector. For example, this year ye hu say na agri experiencing deflation and as a agri products produce na free agri side ne bo na ye foa ma okokra na se bio da farm gate or e pro. Nti se ne bo na ye foa aban betimi decide say or set a floor price. Market no ensete and I say market no setting the price. And yes, a market no setting the price ebeko atia farmer no because farmer no be boka. For example, farmer order fertilizer 350 and at 400 Ghana cedis per bag. Ede ako ye na kuya. Na waye kuya na wie no bia otuminya only 2 bags of garden eggs and I say 2 bags of maize. Now 2 bags of maize or say farmer no enter maize 1 bag be 120 Ghana cedis. It means that or 2 bags now when your crown 240, which is below price now auto fertilizer no. Yenfa labor my yenfa other farm inputs MI ni kanyina manti aban betima decide say no, for us to be able to support the farmer and our producer no any kwan say obi set price at market price and I say equilibrium price, but rather obi an setting the price and on sell product no above the equilibrium price so that we can support the farmer. That is the reason for price floor. Abribian here they support to producers and as sellers. So MPS who say no, yeah, introduce this particular minimum price above the equilibrium to support some sellers in the industry. Nti what the sadi we buy no na a whole supply chain no na international oil trading companies ka ho na Bidex and I say bulk import distribution and export companies so nyina ka ho ansa na OMCs enso eka ho. Nti na or price a odima IoTs no or price a odima Bidex no and or price a odima OMCs no, that is April 2024. Na eko anim kakra no Bidex ne ka so mo ntiase. Nti and I said the from seaboard and I say your friends say seaboard for no omo ka so mo ntiase. Nti yenyi omu free mu IoTs no ka so mo ntiase nti omu yi osa companies yi free mu ena se be ka OMCs ena OMCs no bi so ka say no what the price floor bar and benefit here because one da bia me ka say wo de hwe me fan say from ring road wo hwe ring road da apart from so energy are all between circle ediba sankara companies e wo nyina no eye omo ba ya che ni bia obehu total ha obehu shell obehu goil along the line companies are omo nyina no eye omo ba ya che, so they are in areas are well established, they are in areas of vehicular traffic. Nti se ono wa manebo ono awo outskirts no wa manebo anyefo na se oton aben company oba ya che na because of that goodwill and that perception nti no ye mbeto no ho iwa koto company oba ya che no nti mame so me shemebo MPAC dabi on tia so protect company. But I think that the true intent of the price floor was to protect those days companies from major companies, especially the multinational companies, because multinational companies no sales volumes esote na goel so far. For example, in 2024 so we wrote an article on goel na you can say goel share price eswati, the return on equity ate, the return on assets ate, and at that time no say anya bibi amfa goel ho goel begu. We wrote an article. I think I remember saying here some executives. So MPA introduced this particular price floor to protect some of these well-established companies because they were losing the market, and some of these companies were also taking advantage of the petroleum consumer, right? And an yabe PMU. The entire Nesta oil company said, and I just Star oil crowd. But who say what about prices nibi? Oshe price are omo prices lower crowd just that omo person bekasa. Hey, goodness near linku. Goodness and alinko more prices below the price floor. So it tells you that price floor now the about 9 Ghana cedi 80 pesos for petrol. For example, we had this window MPA price floor they buy and say 9 Ghana cedis 80 pesos for petrol. These companies are selling their petrol 9 Ghana cedis 79 pesos, 9 Ghana cedis 73 pesos, which means still a price floor they are not obligating and they are not complying to it because M1 and M1 because or no baby are setting the company no any favorable. Most of these companies are outskirts. Somebody can bo sa ring road no yeah no from Kessben to UTV and Peace FM. Here's our coin also no any new OMC bia also and I say star OMC able mudi omunyina well established OMCs because obehu total or coin so obehu goel just after mono obehu goel ne vivo and a shell before atinka ni nyina okwan so one who star wala one who zen petroleum or no. So babia population car population woni nyina no aye areas are these big companies no ene hye. And as a me ba mabeti mi company or outskirt of town no se me pese obi free krom ebeto free mo o se me bo no yefo se mama me bo no nyefo a obi an trading officer obe travel distance eba beto me ho because or he say all use the fuel aba akire abeto me ho no or the top vivo and I say goel ewo samo kwan no so na ebeboa no. So companies are intentionally becoming price competitive because they want to attract customers to wherever they are because omuni central business district they are not in prime areas. That is one. Now two, The entire price floor no Star Oil ne others ne san e ka so montia se ne say na buyers ka ho and as importers of products ne ka ho. Why you mo free mu? Nti assuming say ne me koto product no e free buy the bi ho importer bi ho. Na say importer ne ka say me ma discount. Because ono onka price floor no ho. Nti onka price floor nti me ma o buy deck no me ma o discount because o ye me customer. Oto a utu aka yie o nhyɛ da ne meka. Nti me cha o liter bia no me cha o 20 pesos. Ana liter bia me cha o 10 pesos. Na say ono OMC no so decide say importer no ana nipa makoto product na free no wache me 20 pesos. Nti 20 pesos a wache me so me di be che me consumer ana se bia me mfa nche consumer no me che sa 20 pesos mu na ma fa 10 pesos na me di 10 pesos ama consumer MPC on tiase. MPC da bi discount na o cost o importer na di ache on fa ni nyina. And that is the problem as Star Oil faces say me pesa me boa me consumer because makonya discount. Now discount no me pesa me absorb ni nyina because it's a pass through benefit. Nti me fa 10 na me the 10 break consumer no MPC no. Maka se ton 980 ni de ton 980 nti unya discount bia pra enya mfa so ma. That is another argument Star Oil make it say on tiasie. And it's not only Star Oil, Zen Petroleum, Goodness, Allied, Alinko, omunyina make this particular argument say there are certain times that because of some cash and carry no omuto mu product they to on time no omunya discount. Nti sa discount pese consumer no benefit MPC dabi sa discount room that's another problem. Now the other argument MPA make amenti say and also back to economics that predatory pricing. Now you see in a very perfect market like the OMC market and I said that petroleum industry comes is no there's no way with me I engage in predatory pricing. There's never who engage our company be collapsing because one there's future uncertainty. The entire predatory price simply means that opeso dominating market no opesa oshebua airfo ne now oshebua na airfo because maybe you have some economies of scale into economies of scale into betima transfer this benefit awonya from economies of scale no as an efficiency to the consumer into betima shebua no fofofo ne oshebua no fofofo ne a o dominating market na o market share ni wi a da achi bi no oba na wasan be shebua den and as obo na kosu because then time no what push it out and what crowd out most of your colleagues and our competitors out of the market abeka onkwa nti da achi bi no wa shebua den meaning you cannot do predatory pricing in the industry because there's future uncertainty unim da achi di ebesi. And petroleum products, a product are competing not only with itself but also competing with transition energy. In the transition energy, renewable energy, electric vehicles in backroom. In this MP are doing a company we said that boa IF so that chibino obe collapse industry no na onwa be dominatia na onwa tima sheboa den amaye tua. That no say electric vehicles be book room ha and as electricity for be F1 sa company be boka. Until no company will engage in predatory because of future uncertainty. There's a risk. Unim that DBC. Now, two companies now be or more economics of skill or more buy a chair or more a lot of resources or make me engage. Most of them are listed on the stock. Total is listed on the stock. Well is listed on the stock. I think Vivo is listed on the stock. These companies are more listed or more on the stock. Or more investor be anyone or better say increasing cost because your predatory price now you are increasing cost because me dividend also me expecting that dividend ni na odema customer no nti odema customer no obi ntia say ni dividend be reduce because there are other companies or more stock no so they are performing well. For example say ne misika o total and misika o gwel na say gwel so be engage in predatory pricing make my misika free what they call baby o moton gold because on be ma me mfa so am pende on train say obey predatory price. So the industry, the argument by MPA say predatory pricing could lead to some companies dominating in a perfect competitive market with no barriers to entry. You cannot engage in predatory. If you engage yourself in predatory, you collapse. So enye no kre. Two and three. Okay, MPA mra na 691. One of the functions and they say it was a set price. Fair, be benefit consumer. Now some benefit producer. And in any market, the fair price are a fair pan a benefit consumer, any producer no. The market price until say be so certain failures and a market failures beba. Ye petroleum dance ye who any market failure biya. The argument that bigger OMCs no air ton cheaper compared to smaller OMCs no enya no credit. Hey, medical company be say Frontier. Ne market share endru 2%. Mabo company be say Alinku. Ne market share maybe around 5% or even less than. Be a market share 3%. Mabo goodness. Ne market share 3% or even less than that. Because I'm here to look at the data. All these companies are setting favorable pricing. And our pricing is very competitive. It means that it is rather the smaller companies and they set cheaper prices and not the big companies. In this, the smaller companies and they set cheaper prices now. That's all say predating pricing because big companies be oh boy and you know crack. And America said the floor price was just introduced to protect some so-called big companies because at that time no now Star Oil free now goodness market. Na Zen Petroleum edge market no, Aliko edge market no. And I am say indigenous companies edge market no, which these companies are boni nyina no. Ghanaian companies who. Ankra companies enya ban dia. Yem say these indigenous Ankra companies no, edge market no are free. Multinational companies no muniti no, and the floor price ne buy. And I think that Star Oil any these companies actually and say competition is the best to go. So there's no need that any regulation, because the moment you introduce floor price no, in the industry, it means that you've started regulating the industry again in terms of price, and that is not the best for us as an economy.
And then, I want to ask some few questions now. Mami answers in your fancy. Does it mean that these companies, in quotes, small companies, they're really posing fear for these so-called big companies, I mean, in terms of price selling and all that. Again, if MPA assets a floor price, Nase will be a buso. For instance, I'll say ton 984 will be a ton 974 something. Now, maybe a bit here. Can they hold them on accountability? Say, Munya put a stop to it. And now say Omo busu no more tono. That is it. Nobody can tell them anything anyhow. Bia says Omo kachomo. My understanding is that again, Star Oil is even selling discounted prices in the urban areas. I understand so come websites and so super is going for 10.56. That is on their websites. You see, I've not double checked, but where it is coming from, I tend to believe it from where the source is coming from and all that. But I have heard too many things here too. Which one are we opting for now? If we are not going for the petroleum price floor coming from MPA now, there are proposals that have come in. Yes, it will be the price ceiling and now say price control. Which one will be the best for the industry?
So the floor itself is a control. Floor no one of the controls, and a ceiling is a control. So what industry is here? Say MPA say or protecting producers now. It means that MPA doesn't care about the consumer. Because Oko MPA website there are some companies almost ton petrol no taking Ghana cedi 69 pesos per liter. And the entire Star Oil price variation and that's all discounting because especially in the urban areas somebody can catch us say urban areas most of the juicy areas now cars are dominated by the multinationals and oil because they are well grounded and established. In this no Star Oil one discount to Obeboka. And that is why they are discounting in the urban areas. Now the peri-urban and rural areas normally Obeko Krubis na be a Star Oil fuel station and nasibia the competitors only Goel and then Total and Abribia no boy ding. Until the court 10 Ghana cedi 56 and 10 Ghana cedi 50 still no bit me a dominate and as bit maton. I'm making in faso. So that price variation is accepted. But obi auto no taking Ghana cedi 69 pesos no. Imagine say onon kwa rara. Me makora rara no only one fuel station and I think it's Jinx or some fuel station me refi no. Imagine say onon kwa na ho. Na onon kwa or ton food product no taking Ghana cedi 69. Once we take advantage of consumers there. Because already taking Ghana cedi 69 no against obi auto no 10 Ghana cedi 59 almost about 3 Ghana cedi difference. So why is the MPA not interested in also sealing it to protect some of the some consumers across the country? I didn't think only ready so be put to seal because on one data net a bit on taking Ghana 69, which is on power consumer no na dwen na ni say offer producer no because seller no omodosun they about 200 OMCs no afibia no be atua about 20,000 or 30,000 license fees. Imagine say you be a free mu ebeka about 170 no wa lose about 30 times 30 or lose ska nti MPA interest no enya even about said yeah or the floor price neighbor amabo a benefit companies on one interest because the companies do no free mu the license fee are no onya because if you are talking about fair pricing, if other companies across the country are telling the same product will be turned on 9 Ghana cedis, 10 Ghana cedis or turned to 18 Ghana cedis, 69 on your own website, it means that you are not serving companies now, and also you are not serving consumers no our more that area, and you are not serving them right. People are taking advantage of them. At the time I even UPPF. That is it. Now also bisa question be say ebinum turn below the floor price. I think the sanction regime was that turn below the floor price also to 5,000 Ghana cedis. MPA bwa say no cra ube to 5,000 Ghana cedis also per station. Until also 20 sanction regimes were, but you see the MPA has not been able to build a consensus around this whole floor price thing. On sheda NG industry ni nyina anuntum anan ko benkromu. Until they say no applying sanctions now very difficult. Because industry ni nyina ngin tumu. Very difficult. Amano ntina bia ontimi en sanction frontier, ontimi sanction alinku, ontimi sanction goodness no because abeye twima mentwe ye ntiase because yante ego no so a obi ameto. I hope you get me. So that is the confusion. Now also bisa price control, price ceiling, Madika Kato say a ceiling must be above the equilibrium level. No, the ceiling must be below the equilibrium price. And then the floor must be above the equilibrium price. Inti normally no in other jurisdictions no yet the ceiling ne bar not ceiling ne person protect consumers. Inti bia equilibrium price no market na set price no say price no 10 Ghana cedis. MPA introduces a ceiling. A ceiling is that no one should sell above the 10 Ghana cedis. Rather sell below the 10 Ghana cedis, which is 9 Ghana cedis, 80 pesos. It is actually introduced to protect the end user and as a buyer and a protecting when there are market failures or distortions. And a price floor no is set above the equilibrium price to protect the consumer. In this case, no, MP is only producer rather. MP is only protecting the sellers and the producers and not interested in establishing framework a bit mabwa the consumer. And I think it is unfair on their part. Almost so market in their free deregulation say a buying way NDC are buying any form of price floor on fan the agri sector because they are suffering. Data from inflation say agri sector no experiencing deflation, and most agri and farmers, especially subsistence farmers, are not able to recover cost. In the price floor no coho na yenja petroleum sector very competitive. Price floor will not help most Ghanaian companies. Most Ghanaian companies will collapse if you continue to engage this price flow, because these Ghanaian companies are not well established in central business districts, and they only use price to attract customers. And two, say people perceive their products are not quality, also a fallacy, a products ni nyina baako ni nyina quality ni nyina the same quality because omu bia ni ho import products na different ba bia ba obi na import no mu nyina koto na afri faako ndi so mu nyina to afri faako a ye ma obi anyu so ne price obetimi dey attract customers no ama ye customers no decide ba bia betimi ato dan say ye push similar price and almost equal price, reducing consumer choice and consumer preference. I think it's not bad. It doesn't make any economic sense. MPA must desist or discourage this particular policy introduction.
Very well. Yada say ora Beninsia yada see pa ne nchechemuna dusia ode ya femu ene anope. Repem ne besamba na ye no aba bedi nkomo. Ken hu say ye no rounds be ye rounds no ye nye still. Enti no ye beba ne ayesa rounds no.
Bidasminia. Right.
Mesemeda Sepa, Yene Aye, the Executive Director for Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy. Semse, Ora Benjamin Insia, and Yenono AD and Komosi CFA. The issue when it comes to pricing, and I feel so petroleum who and Sensemina. So when we say Siano, pricing in no terms in no enya pepepe, and Yema a bit on the 9, a bit on the 10, a bit on the 11, a bit on the 13, and then Siano, the open and at water. and that is what ye ho addition sisi and 45 minutes into 8 a.m. I mean call na fe menko live back to circle na yenko na fe yenko di enkomo ewo honom na baba Grace Baba Sam ewo honom ma eba be di enkomo ewo honom na afi ya hwede eko ene de ba on ground be say copper 2 today to really understand what is really happening ewo ye ejashishia ehihihihini mu ono ye be de ho enkomo ye pa ziga so atena say and then we're going to also look at what is really happening and transpiring na so when it comes to Ziga stake and also ne or the bebre ye pa and no no Trump nenya no ne Ghana for nenya Ghana for so ni nya pa manya kwan kind of messages ni na ma no almost say Ziga be so chere say de bia no yen sign fan show bia no musa and intimenya kwan kind messages ni na ma no but enra onya no ho text messages wa ha ye pa ene the daflon or the betudja on Ziga stake na fi the dida ken na aso atwaso e wo honom it will text message and face WhatsApp message na fabra making kind ni na so amount e wo fia na mana Jagos from Insawom says that Mr. Host hope you are good. Yes, I'm good, Jagos. I say please let the MPP delegates know that me Jagos I'm urging them to vote massively for candidate Japan because he is the only candidate who can face the NDC boot for boot in 2028. As for the other candidates there, they are all slow motion candidates, and this is not the time in which we want slow motion candidates. We want a brave candidate who is bold in all his actions and who can challenge his opponent in every means, and such never disappoint you. This one is coming from Kwablanvi of Pukwase Benghazi. I say kind of Furiata thinks Ghana is like US where he can practice his corruption's lifestyle. I don't know. Corruption has no place in the US, and this is why US immigration arrested him. It is only Ghana that he can practice corruption and go free. The reckless money and gold transactions he is doing is cost the life of Ghanaians. He must come back to Ghana to explain to Ghanaians the amount and note currencies that have gone back and forth. And all the Honorable greetings to Honorable George Opare and Honorable John Ham Kofi, lawyer Edoji Tamaklo, or also Uchani Yepa. Now this one is also coming from one of my favorite testers. Or say Eric Kwekubwe, the patriotic voice became. Or say I'm pleading with my fellow MPP members. Let's have a peaceful and respectful campaign. The NDC is watching. Let's show them our strength. After the primaries, let's come together and choose a leader who can lead us to victory in 2028. Because together, we will come back strongly in 2028. Inshallah, this thing will happen for the MPP. Abbas Amogobo Offenso says, please, why doesn't the AG just keep quiet and work to produce the results Ghanaians want? Going out there and talking plenty is not the best. Or no and no. This one is from Martin Jan in a Joso Domia Brown. Say good day, sir. Good day to you too, Martin. I say the persistent reduction of the fuel prices is not news at all. This is simply because the international market prices of the supply is in excess change than the demand. Regards to my mother, Auntie Ekuya Ejankwa of Esanse Buntifufu, and then Honorable Kennedy Japan, the number shattered man on the ballot paper and the next president of the Republic of Ghana on Sunday or the Ebaye and no. And then another tester here, Komensa Pillar 2. Me sure say be able to Komensa aka GBC give Baumia another chance. He says 9 days more, time as soon. Dear delegates, let's vote massively to for Dr. Mahmoud Baumia for good policies, especially one constituency 10 appointees. Kudos to Hajia Safia Muhammad, next MPP National Women Organizer, hopeful, and Honorable Bright Esilfi Kumi, next MPP National First Vice. Say Komen Sapila 2 and Ode Nedie Ebaye. Now let me look at whether I have some text messages here. Na Yendi Hu and Komo Yepa, and this one says good morning. I am enjoying the show at Tesuchare Eric. By Eric, okay, that's your name. Baumia is Samome. We cannot believe him. Look at PDS Gold for oil, Dow Sky 10 with Baumia. MPP have a long way to go. Also, Nedia or de Ebaye and no. 50 into 8 a.m. Make sure say a bay port say make sure someone fix the position no omukuso hu adwuma ye pa nintino wa wo kra 5,000 Ghana cedis. Me no ka say now person we fix the position ni bia wo de ba afi baako on sabeka 1,000 Ghana cedis as interest ewo wo sika no so saso na wo kura 20,000 Ghana cedis isi amena ukasa busumi nsia pepepe on sabeka 1,820 Ghana cedis ewo wo sika no so saso na wo kura 100,000 Ghana cedis afi baako wo de ba benya 17,500 Ghana cedis ewo wo sika no so ne nyina Bayport Financial Services for na omo ene disan komo we ka kire say yamra na yembe fix deposit ni be nti no wa we interested no be pacho wa obetimi afre ora boni ono ene manager wo Bayport Financial Services we no manager nankasa na wo friend wo o friend no 0245 153 283 0245 153 283 and that's 020 41 25 878 020 41 25 878 na woni Bayport for Indi and Komo na yenhwe the air call 51 minutes past the hour of 8 enche na menizika so edi ho komom na meka sure so say yene chamambute edi nkomo biom afa the MPP primaries no ho and what the party is really doing to really position one number elections no etumi akoyie meka primaries no yene na edi nkomo exclusively yebebo ama ene na also wetie na fe yahwe de ekọ balance na mebaziga horoma menko quick one na menko Grace Baba Samuel was circle day 2 na yenhwe what is happening again our circle when it comes to ejashishie no ejana hye no edien pa anampemfo afa sisi ameno say we've heard say hono the ene there one hwe be man Chinese for no mo ba sisi shops and so betena ho almost omadwuma hono ma na say there atete nema bebre but what is really transparent on grounds in there yenko Grace Baba Samuel who is at circle baby a hye no currently me no say live na fe yeno no ending common yenhwe de ekọ baba otemenka circle to say sisi baby a hye na no pay baby to say on day 2. Well, me sure say baba ewo line so say obaso sisia na yebehwe na fe yedi ho enkomo pa baba me otemenka day 2 ewo ye circle sisia me no can say what is really happening ewo bibia hono ehye no
KPD bajo otemenka.
Yeah, Metonka live. Na me bisa say what is happening currently day 2. Ewo circle me no kasa say baby a hye no. Eti sense see ewo honom.
Okay, so ebenada ena me yenya ntie say eja ato circle se me twa infoni kakra VVIP station echi ha say na dia ekoba ene say bebre na e ka say a gas explosion ebe so e air to dwa say a fridge atochema na eja ehyasie na ahye hanyina dwurebe na mebe pie ha say no ende akwakoye ye wada Thursday meba ha say no ayam papa na ohwa bebia ahye ohwa scrap dealers so na chese ende womo aba womo packet metals say ashe drebe na way o sheka na ewo menimo a shash man na nia odi scrap dealers enim chese wo mo eboa amama packet en nade no e de akodo what it to menimo say da bnada eja eto ha say no ena wonya nentie e wona damfo ba ko no mo say eja ato ha say enti ebeya want to meka na ombra no mehwe se ebia wobenya scrap ni bi akoton enyeska that is also his source of survival na na mebe pia ha say me ho say womo ejuma na womo shops ni bi ahhehye no womo so ewa around almost survey to check and see through say near empenifo edit womo ni mbnada ne wukwada ene and then so empenifo so beba no ampa womo bedi so pepepe what to menim say your friend baba until ra baba me mo watch the back Kessben TV so
me da was madam odin about Osun TV say sada na eja no to ha no and me nua ba ko frɛ me sɛ me mbla agya atɔ cycle and me so me tumbirika and me buy but before me buy no na agya no o ma dum agya no na nipa me wura inside but na agya no na nyina nya ndum ye kiosk no mu container no inside no na agya no ebi da so shi wo ho no na me so me wura inside na me hu agya bi sa agya no no store no na agya no da so wo ho and okita bucket no the year and me bucket no and me sanso no ko dumja no ya dumja no sa na ne nema no nyina so na afu nema no na ya yi ne nema no ada aboa no ada akosi police station nim ho eno omufaka omudikoye na sa nema na ahia no da aka no na aja si mefa sa da no so security wo ho bebre nti me yesa mefa sa nema na medikoye na security for no ma chimi eno me si omunya makwansa obi aba ya dai aba fa bibi wo ha de apie nti me ma ye kora ma committee nti o ma chimi akọ police station ho ana me ko frage na odi ne ma me no bra eno o ka say an oni na de ma me asa no mo jame saada no nti saada no ne ma kakra me nye no kura police for no ma ji sa ne ma no mo saadi aba ba nura no na esa ba ye na mo di caterpillar eni ka we ase anim no ba ye no mo frese scrap dealer no saada no mo chimi no nti nura no first no ana papa na me gina gate na no bia anya nwura ho me na first person security for no o mo frɛ me say me bra inside nti me ba na no mo si me start pack da shishi on one side and me pack sa me no for no mo ba bebre and o so pack one side ho and o mo di we no mame and o mo di sa side no mo
enti yan share to see scribes ya mo say me ho mo track ya mo pack e de koi metumi aka say empenifo a wo mo be pie ha na abo mo pass e bia mo pack emfanko anase mo obebi potia mo de ko
penifo no na agina enim ma sisa nema no
enti mo de ko emfa
nti ya de ko skins
second
de ko skins na ede nema no ko edukotu ho na hwe se ba ya no ye e ba mo anu na ya kama na so ya sa load no ko company
okay mother say anti KPD patcho social media menya say opani ba ko abepie mo ha say ya wono so e ba be survey senior and etoso miensa hwe assemblyman okay honorable ba ko pe honorable patcho mema watch the back Kessben TV so honorable patcho and akwaye da etoso miensa ye be pie mu and na pay bebre na ka say empenifo mo mo hweda nimu mu gidie die ntia wo mo so se bia mo beton asase no e de ama enkorofo bi patcho no kure ben e na ewom
ne kure bia ne mo
okay
me de assemblyman no me ngina ona sa ade we nsi and me di moja Betty, because go from wa ache. Mo bia twin say obet je attempt say or the assassin we be mo bi because e bi mo ha mo more than 20 years. Mbibia if it is a time boa say e bia fast mo was mo hwe musika yeska kitwa mo twa mo BOP. Mo twa mo grant rent. Muchom bibia enti why not say muchom taxes nyina enti omunyama hia mo bia ndwin say obeji half your musem ensi and the be demonstration a presidency yo me make video a demonstration because na me assemblyman wa omunjo bia boni ye omun ba say obepe na no adwane Ghana ha obi atokwan ko a okọ Eastern region Northern region nyamani okọ because of okọ pay adwuma ye ebi mu jetre odi ba Monday nyina ahye ko we have to fight for them say ekumom say destroy them say this is a time man can negative things we be positive say they be kwan be faso e dey abo omu they be kwan they be measures they be take e wa ha na anunu abe krabehwe yen penifo your stakeholders wa yen penifo ha yen penifo a omo mo pese ye pipi no say we obi oni udi hanu be say obi be business say I say I'm a fan and the embassy market for the no enye market we pay na market me come in na bomu e be bigger demonstration it's more beyond antempty ade no ye for muntinasi ye mom nkran ye shomudi nkran na ka chamu say amalusu batamusu ni nyaye government to say bibi e mom say na regional minister be kasa ye no e mi de ye mp ni be kasa ye so ye mi de ye mp be kasa ye mi de ye pompa ye say enye ntem kakra mom because mu ye mu hihie omu obi won no hwe ni kunu mu kunu da fie omu nye hwe mami peni no hwe ni kunu ono no hwe ni ba ebi mu bank school ni uniform nya hihie up to now ebi da kakra mi hu ni am de hwe omu mama mattress mi mama aduani and I pay we anybre so mundi because that's the only thing I can do. Then I bring tension down. It's almost repair. Say they have hope. Baby China, but in the minutes, people say, oh, you better show you Jeffrey and Sam. But may I show myself? They mean young Munchan in Piebo, Bumpire, mammy. Now, Miss Medina up to Tama, Eddie had the mom.
Okay. Honorable Okasana metimi ho say wa bottle pan. Now honorable yansha public toilet no. Me hwe echire na me ho say pipe holes nyina connecting nyina anane from ha say any echire. Wakoye assemblyman no e dey ama this area na me say me ho ebia wo mo gugusu ayusu ana say bia to renchem esiye no wa ma omo apose for the meantime. Top one in the use. Okay. Use down one. My call me the mock kasa. Me the works engineer about or check it. We need a report. Say a bunny say embra down one. No munye ana maintain no. Renovation now. Works back for the report me bring me no my renovation because they will be property. Media the me to say yensa ade yes ade yensa ade but no one kasa say bibia say onu bia no say omuka nanadu and take records because story building ebia ejana ehie no bibia cracky say ebubu sa part no say ebu no ati works the report me bremene na dey adwuma. But you share the man
Kosi this weekend we.
This weekend.
Yes.
And say ha say no scrap dealers area to you no say yes ya no one more pack bibia. You name by which week? And I say there 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Oh, like 1 week is okay.
Only 1 week.
1 week is okay because penifo no buy no. I must say you clear you are pay or don't bet na see. Now I show way forward. I mean way forward news just say manko for no. Maybe I'm betting now. Maybe Muda, so some coffee. Fine, but my business is no swear. As some pay more, must show musica. And yes, like it to Scar ship or and when yes, get to goose now a ship when yes, like it to an scancasa. Obi in jetre or ton sun or your pure water business. Wow, mean pessis me penukure I know a government land and I acquire markets and more beyond and from any business way you say market now say no mutinu say structure no nya we can build a automatic structure am omo bi mu kito mu jet trader da no motivate me dia say assembly no super say onye mo for mutinasi. Okay, face. I mean, I'm leading the market people to get their place back.
Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you. Okay, Baba, currently, this is what is really transpiring. circles here and you know yebaba unchain biom as and when na for yebabeti the issue that has to do with say a budget property no efi eye omo originally na so say yeah, the Bema Ankra, but what he's saying is currently in India, this is what or person say Omun J Mfi Omunsem, they will let them come back and then this time do proper things and then you won't so you be a German senior say and senior a fata. My main country say Zigastic Ebeba Nafi imboost ne Yabidima for Subetanasinafi, Yadin Comoni, Ashediaco, and the Airben. This one says Capito. From Goso, ensure say I'm still pleading to all delegates in the MPP to give Dr. Bawumia another chance to lead the party to win power come 2028 because he is the best choice regards to Honorable Mavis Awakum saying incoming MPP National Women Organizer hopeful. Young Kwana fi any boosting couldn't come here babaka. You been come MPP issues matters arising now physical stick will be on.
Medafo me de wadru sharp herbs biaya ye imboost herbal mixture police ni na dro no ena me ne wo behwe senti etwa se wo de imboost herbal mixture eye wadru enne pa e wadru ni mu ene niema papa se obinum imboost herbal mixture onya medafo se ka imboost herbal mixture se de wate dada na eye police ni no adru no edro eye police ni o ye memu heya na nyame nam ne so a ode edro ya bedwa so e wodwa so dada a chese yeguso a ye nom a eboa ye ma ye ni aduano kwamano enya ahoden na ene ye hwe ne pa ewo imboost herbal mixture mu police ni na draw imboost herbal mixture waye no odi no bna hama enua hini ene odi aye na ahwe adro se de brand ne sitie na eye unique kra danso na nya brand ne keke content na ewo mu no eno nso ye different eyi ne ho apue na eyi ne ho asinchen aka ebedro kaye bia aka ho eno nti se upia bonten na se wokọ herbal shop license chemical shop pharmacy bia mu na okope ebibidro mapa ebetimi aboa mu atimi ako edi unyare wanyina so nkunimu a menhwe dro bia se imboost herbal mixture police ni no edro no sei enetie mepacha won saka bia kapoketu abi hyeso ubie su na wo hyekini wi akapoketu na hyeso no obenum 2 anopa ansa na wadidi awiaso wadidi awie obenum 2 enwumra a wokọ akoda no wanum 2 edro yura wo ni padua mu a eba beboa nkwamu a ewo ni padua no mekire immune system no na enya ahoden mapa na atimi aboa wo ni padua no na dwumaso a nyankopon nyansa ne ni payo mu obo nkwamu ne de mani padua ne se enima no se dwumaso no nkwamu na atimi edi amani padua no edroi ye di nubrane hahama na aye ne nubrane hahama ne natural spices ide aye no ekra properties bebree ekra phytochemical compounds bebree a eboa ni padua no apomden ma ne timi ekọ nanim properties ameka ho asemu ebi ne saponis ebi ye tannis afensu ebi ye flavonoids ebi ye carotenoids ena alkaloids ne de keka ho bebre a mintumi ye brani timi fa ne nyina entudwa na nam se ebrani sa na dodo akonya ba akofo ntena so nchenti ena me no be ka mienu ho asem ye fa saponis eye property a ewo imboostable mixture mu a obi a wodi police ni na dro imboostable mixture ne be ye na edru no saponis na ewo mu nti fat entimi enya nika ewo ni paduanim me srade enu nti se wutie me ne na se woni paduanim ayedu embroso wankasa wonante a obre wonante a ase wo tie so utumu se ni paduane emu ayedu waye kese embroso a imboostable mixture na ye kanfo de amawo saponis na ewo mu no se woto imboost no na wo shekina wa se bibi ba ni bubbles bi ba ni mu se ehuro bi saa no aha eno ena ekọ wo shifat ni nyina afri ni paduanim e de amawo eno ewia na wieye afe ekohwe aboa na wo sugar a ekọ ni paduane mu enuane a ye di starchy foods a ye di and end product e sugar anase glucose no ekoboa anormalize sugar level no e de amawo me kire se esikyire a aboroso wo ni paduane mu no ebetena kofom kra wa wo de aboroso na wa wo de aboroso so a control no asiesie no de ama se de be ya emoroso nkofa ohaw ana oye ne bi enfamrel afe ewia hwe se cholesterol aboroso wo ni padua mu aya SS no ebete so e de ama wo medofo enye no nkwan nso ye brani ti ye nko tannis enso so yi Tannis so ye property bi a ewo nipa ewo imbusti mu a se wura nipa duani mu a ekoye osi akwan ama bacteria virus germs infections a omu wura ni ye nipa duani mu a omu kwasesa yare ahodo de brɛ no eno na Tannis na ewo imbustable Mr. mu no ekohwe na aye osi akwan aseti barriers ama wo se de bɛyɛ a wo pia bonten na se wo don saso so ne ma bi mu ana wudi nuane bi na se kwa akɔfa ɔhaw bi ana wo ye ne bi de abrɛwa Tannis na ewo imbust mu no ɛbɛyɛ osi akwan amasa ne ɔma ne nyinam afa Tannis ne nti wonum imbustable Mr. ye police ni na duro no oni akomayade eni twaka kra kyese akomayade entumi emben wo heart attack bia entumi emben wo ɛboa siesie akoma no ma ne tumi ye atwuma yie afa so ɛhwɛ ɛma moje wo nipadua ni mu no etimi di afusane yie ebi ana wutie me na kakra bia wo na ayetitiriti onsa ayetitiriti moja ne ntumi di afusane yie amo akoma bo periperi ama pressure no kra ekosoro dodo ana ate abafom sese hypertension no abasa ne wo betena enu ti doctor mo waduro se no moduro no nefa control no me pacho imbustable Mr. wo betimi anoma ka ho ebesiesie wo nipadua no na control ne di ama wo nipa bebre na anom imbustable Mr. no pressure no ewo soro pa nanso nei odi adanse se eduro no aboa no afei so ebi ana wutie me na cancer kra na etete wo me ka carotenoid ho asem eno so boa wo na ewo cancer eno ti se wo nom imbustable Mr. hunu se sa carotenoid na ewo mu nti no ma cancer emba wo nipadua nim enye no nko me da fa wutie me se ye fa imbust ho bonus sa na se mfa so dia yenya ewo nipadua nim a edoso obi ho no mo se me didi wi ana me bo ehyehye me ana se aduane to me yema me ntumi kra imbustable Mr. ni besiesie dia ma wo imbust ne de enka wo se abusua bia enya bisi ne fie ebra yare achi mpofiri mu so na wo be ko hospital ana yare achi hu kani ana se wo dofo bi na wo pese wo de no ko hospital no wo de wo imbust ne bia fa na bi so ne di kan ma ne binom ansakra na modru hospital ho se imbust serve as first aid e de ama wo abusua na de biara da otumu se yare ene moto nkwanta amapai yare nta memu imbustable Mr. Boy general body pains free ni padua mu me kire police ni na dro no an obi mu bisa se adai edro no eye painkiller na wonnom a eyi yawo nyina se ye adwumaden na woye se ye fom dwuma e na woye se woye mesi ni woye driver ni woye gya ho adwuma woye oba wo market kodi dwa wo honom obeba na honam nyina ya wo ya edro imbustable Mr. na ebeboa wo na menua ba eboa wo yi yawo no na menstrual pains ene menstrual disorders so wo di ni sunkunim eno ti wo baby or menstrual pains or menstrual disorders a ye kanfo police ni na dro imbustable Mr. no ene dia ma no afen so ebeboa asiesie wo maaye mu no se bia infection bi ehinta wo baby candidiasis me kire odepua ehinta wo baby a ebesiesie nu anase nsuo biara enya anika nanso eba efri wo nipadua ni mu ba ekofo how edebre wo no imbust ne beboa eyi ni nyina afri ho be ma wo hwe me imbustable Mr. ebeboa ama mensem so akonanim a wo how bia eni akire sa wo to imbustable Mr. se wo no mo amedofo eye du papa ebeboa wo na o how bia nim sanse yankasa na edua ye nu bena no ukọ ti regional hahama ne nu bena no ya gi asase yantam wo ho eni afa akuafo aguso ye ne o makasa se mama fa chemical bia nka asase no ne mpa akọpa se eduro no enu nti ye ndro beba ye de be fa mfidie mu a ye be hwehwe mu no na kyese bibia eye kroje na eduro ne be agya so enam se ye papa nti adanse bebre na ewo ho
eduro ne ye papa asa mi ko pedwe mi 20 nya mi mensi enye yi
sa
mi body ne enye yi
okay
ba mi ko duro no mi kunu so ma me de bia me no mi sorry mi ko pedwe mi new system so aye kama mi mensi so aye kama
ban so amene net no bosume so na menses na say ba no ma be even 5 days no na be 3 days pe na atwa be ma nye do mbi ko na no so kra no mbi no e ma kwa na we ba be 5 days no mind mu ne say do no mu de no kra ni e de nyame asase nyankopon ayadom na edu ba tan say be pe kro man we mu na e boa fofofo na ye nya mu anwadi nya accident e koda trafaga almost 3 months me na ebubuye e ma da de shimu enti na pensa na e wo ho a meti no police ni aduru no mo tobre me amenom ye no first one no de na menti pensi no biem the second one at times going no amenom police ni aduru na wo me nan no na ma wo se me nan na fe de me hu sa kira bi on nan no nso ta nan mu ye omo operation we so tan nan mu enti me no police ni aduru na fe ma wo se nan no asase ye den etwe enti aduru no de eye me ma no bi ana se oba bi ye o ya ho na me ya ho no de me de no na esa me yare ma me enti se ka ye camera kra metimi ayi ba bi amenya accident no e de a kire tiefo no mo so ahwe no mo de aduru no adanse a kire mansan
adanse atwa agu nyina eye imbustable Mr. Police ni na dro ho adanse nko no wote ho ye dai tutumri kasesi a ne ru herbal shop license chemical shop na kope imbustable Mr. na nom na wonom a afe apomudin abusuakuo imbust no wa beka ho wo beka apomudin abusuakuo no ho a de biara da wotimu se wonipadua no enya apomudin mapa oni yade tonkwanta mapai ye numbers na gu screen so no frey asem bi a kire wadwen no brane ne ye meka ho asem na se frey na bisa ye kope imbust tonom na beboa wo atufo beko herbal shops akese a etwa Ghana Heshia enkran okanshi drag lane ebi ewo honom Kumasi ene central region Koforidua eastern region munyina northern region bebia imbust no yato apeti enti kope bitonom ebeboa wo pa imbustable Mr. de eye apomde mapa ena apomde mapa so eye imbustable Mr. enam se police ni na ye enti obetumi akase opposed.
All right, yeah, that's it. Imbus to form. I mean, can't you also say, Jumedia de Brewi, Kessben Maakye, Medin Edaman Sanso for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Ziga stick, Ebeba Sisia, but that's an my main can't you say, dope activated charcoal powder, wo honum, wo eneme. Now, dope activated charcoal powder, powder strong could be a abba. Bois and toxins in our face, so war stress, also pains, heartburns in our face, so no indigestion, bloating, and our face, so diarrhea, and food poisoning. With the bibina uncle ye, no me pachowa, unya a dog activated charcoal powder na, a boy ye pa. It's an say a charcoal powder bakwa. Si eka say activated na de pese e kire wan say afan fidiemu ama etumi ejina the test of time. Bibia enimu saa sebio etise chaku bia dada bia motonton bia ne dabi we need afan fidiemu ama na ye finche ma ye kama otumu say yes ye papa eno ntino wa wo issues am bobo so what diarrhea wo digestive issues wo heartburns na we say pese clear toxins efi body mu pa the stomach pain na face so nema bebre ni de me pacho wa doc activated charcoal powder ena wo hia na ebetumi abo ye pa me say sad draw we no enye luxury necessity wo hia say wonya bi ewo fie enu ntino mpacho ye ntem na ko pharmacy bia ben wo ene yes pharmacy bia ben wo bia no okwa wo so hwehwe DOK doc activated charcoal powder wonsa ebeke bi na fasi fie na ma enkwala ne mpemfo nyina musumutumi enom ama bibia etumi ekoye wonom so a ekọ body ni mu ye reset body no ama body no etumi ejina the test of time ama yenoma yididi heavy meals enwumre any discomfort nyina no me pacho wa doc activated charcoal powder ebebo ye pa enu tie ntem na kotpe bito na ebebo ye pa mo pedudu atu ono monko adia pharmacy Kumasi Love Life pharmacy Kumasi Pure Leaf Kumasi na feso Colina Kumasi na nabwache tema and after mensa wa takrade Joe Bennett pharmacy was Sunyane na after Delight pharmacy Kufrodia Wadama pharmacy Shaman na after pharmacy shops bia wonta ebeka wo kanshi drug lane bia no wonsa beka doc charcoal powder ni bia na say doc activated charcoal powder no wonsa ebeka bi from 059 82 06885 059 8206 and after 020 661 6620 020 661 6620. Now when the doc activated charcoal powder in the encomo and check now as you guys take now yeah the ebron 19 minutes into a 9, so we're counting the days for the 31st of January, which will be a Saturday. Emma the MPP primaries and home come on and and many other issues, but me chat will say that Saturday any day say we feed any fee hanomwa na just a washre enema bebre because we're going to be set here Saturday morning to the timer or more ebe elections, you know. Myself and the crew yen na betena na fe ya the BBA could be up to date live coverage ya the nina ebe bro on grounds and I feel so all the press conferences that will be held nina no ya the nina ebe bro but I mean say this is what you need to experience from the team at Kessben Media. This is what is going to happen to you. And so, we and na ube home. What say a team we penwe who say yatana say the issues in on Election Avenue. I had a Saturday the 31st of January. You have betransia no park. Team Nina betranse. And we'll bring in you live coverage of everything that is going to happen. So now we can catch you on 211,849 delegates. And I face so 333 centers. And you're better about winning now. It will depend on say, I shall say, Yaba, Yaba didn't come on. They are head here. Ziga, be about Kodia.
Yeah, boss, Bibia.
Bibia, you find so hard. Bibia, you come. It's 31st, and the ABC and I'm a man for Ehuno. We're going to be here live. Yes.
Date, no. Almost share and I top to down approach within her.
Yes.
You say roughly we have 11 days, right?
No, I think 9 days. 9 days to go. Yeah.
Yes, 9 days
to go.
Ubiabe smoothness level.
Exactly.
So that is that.
Exactly.
But yeah, cat for say. To see the Munim Kessben SEC fan. Yeah, kind elections are. It's about Kessben. Ubia organa habian with the election ya about Kessben. And yentiatia muhunu. Dia make what you say. Ye can be DHE. And your report basa. And your report AICB. So the be
Kessben 92.9
reporter. Ubi na asumano so nkwa esa report no. The duma na asumano, but ubi so asumano. No akwa report basa bi na akọ create problem ye nya saade no ha. Ubi yasumano so nkwa reporter. What the candidate be kala ne koye. It is a ye bo ne candidate ye bo other candidate ni ko beka se hanye ye nya sa wa. And na open history. Open bibia e Kessben abenya the comprehensive. Dia wotia no ahunu say yes ade no osumasi da wini bibia betia to bia so reporters or grants you make sure say bia the report benti Kessben dey fitete no bia say ye ka election coverage.
Sure.
We are number 1.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Come from the days of the late confidence ke ba BBC meme time ya etiad me bia ni say Kessben dey number 1 from Ohinijan time about to Master Richard because Ebeko Emoba Achia Beye Bibi Nipa Bibri or Mani Dubuache up to now. Kessben is number 1 when it comes to elections. So that is that. Now Yabama TF also so the best coverage. It's your almost expected Bibisa. Na my main cast we are similar me percent ye to abawi ansana maka.
Okay.
But bibintim pese meka. And na me pese anka bi jai. I didn't want to give people a cheap mileage because baby I do no. Yamfa ne tatrata sa adidi bedu hase. Enra me wo na nipa be se 3 frame. Say mabakuma se ana na nsi da bi mo crime. Almost station bi okumasi didi matem for about 1 hour.
Oh
yes. Ura Kennedy Japan, the station, HFM.
Okay.
So we program we no didi me matem say. Me ma koje Dr. Bamu
Kessben 92.9.
Na madwene ho a say mentiase. Dr. Baumia ahametena my aka me madwene ho amentiase. They did the same thing to me, to Dr. Mahmoud Bamia. Okay, coca. Na me pese be boko kadi. Me nua menene na namu ya chi no 2 minam koyi. Eso no akoko ka kire kwacha radio station say me mete he didi Dr. Bamia tem. Wakoka ma say, why who say I show you the video?
Yes, I watched it. Yes.
You watch Okoka no Movement TV. Say, me mete ha ana makwajo owura Canada Japan sika ana bi didi Dr. Bamia tem. Ana me pese Dr. Bamia campaign ba form. Ba mi say on so okawie no. Nipa e be Dr. Bamia omo frame no eni bi din komo. Me redu hu so hu say I wouldn't do that. Na nye ade ese ka branch ni. So me nua no mo Movement TV. They also realize say entwaye say they came to be warm with me. Ebina nkofo we so start no. But I am de se wunya nkofo ka se Dr. Bamia unka bi ma no. Na wunya nkofo bi su ka se you unka bi ma Akompre ko a. E che we are doing a good job here. Me boa. Me tra na me ka se uko ba bia yesi nkofo Akompre ko mra no. Me sa saponi haya na me tra kai. Me boa.
Haya no.
Anya no na mumu Canada Japan nkofo no twitwade ya mo campaign.
Ebi kwa na mo use be brave.
Yeah. Me see omo nto abani bi no me koto fuel station enkofu ehu me say mo kofa Akompre kumra o mo twitwa fa anya campaign
amu use here
chama na enkofu cross carpet if Dr. Bamia ko Canada Japan ho no ma meka no ha
we raise consensus ni na
ma raise that con na mo fa anya campaign na me say Dr. Bamia be wini anya me listen. Center for Public Opinion and Awareness. Semper for. And almost see all my research. Baby, I didn't know Dr. Bamia be winning by 42%. Akompre could get 34 something. We know all my research. Meme research am I no me nyam fa ma abonten. But I respect them. Ne so mo kana me kabia. Ba ya bone. Tieniye, Feedback Africa. Woman aya research say Ghanaians living good under President Mahama. Mewa, Feedback Africa led by Professor Sapon. Somebody that they have tagged so NPP. But on no research say Ghanaians say they are living good under President Mahama. That person is Dr. Bamia be winning. What can the place say? There's no way that Dr. Bamia wouldn't win. Such a person or a professor than me. Or kabina me rehashina. Maya bone.
Debbie.
Maya bone.
Debbie.
Global Info Analytics. Musa Dankwah. He has never gotten it wrong Debbie. Since 2022. Asembia Musa Dankwah kabia ebam. Musa Dankwah say. Bibien who betimi asesa Dr. Bamia be winning. Maya bone, bikabia maya bone, mabobuom. Na den na ya moye sa. Mama ka se mo infantro. Radio is huge. Say they don't know. Ye de hu ya ho anu o. Se bi ja Kessben. Metimi akwa trafia ya Miami studio. Enipa bebre kura pese obi studio mame. Na me bi. Ba me na me pese be.
Jai don jai.
Na me ka sam keke. Me pese me chese. Je free baby na aba. Aha ye be retire. Be retire wa ha. Ba ye free baby na aba. Yes. Ye free baby na aba ni aba bedu sam pempensu yi. Baby Jenny na ye free ba 1999 no. E bia na wo me ho. Ye ni baby ya fefa ni kofu enu o ma hiesia amtasa. Wo bia na fe no wa start. Ade kocha make us a radio huge. What we are bedu obi atam be ase na be paduma o da duma bia na ne be kwa kohia akoya aduma o baby na afa wuntim ne nkasa uhu na ntim ne nkasa be boa sure munya very careful very careful I call predictable wo kopɛ drive time abo e wo Angel FM abratie bia wono na ye Angel fo panyini wo ye kokoasa e boss ni ho owo ho abra boss ne to on pese obehunu no oh twen kakra what travel from no pa 8 to anibire 5 p.m. ya mana hunu boss no baby asia ne de yama no drive na ma no na sa boss na ye kana ba be hye Munya very careful. What it? Kessben no cry die. Why would the poor beje yakwaba? Ah? Ubetimi dinner na from pozi gatem. Tieni yo. Abra. Uni bibia di tiame. No akeka no radio station no di timi atem basa. No ma tome di man kofo wa abrochire. Ye video di timatem. Me ubetimi discredit na from pozi ga. You cannot discredit me. Me yaba komdi minsro we dia make better dia make kan what I say. I don't have fear of favor. JB tete no wo bi mu yamfa kwaje ka bi mame enya no ye de tete me dia make kan what I say. Mr. Kessben etua me ka ena me de te ha o de bi chei o de tua me ka na me de te ha.
Okay,
dia benefit free radio mu no enye be ha ewiaso on baby apese o yanku koduru no level no obi adu no se nipa do do ho the same profession one respect no one fendi diama no na say you will never reach there. Baby ya bre pass and ya ba bedu sam pepesu ya bi mu afa na mo ba no mo fantum hofo na say mo start yes no mana God will shut you down.
Okay,
e dia bone ne ya
with regards to Onyana Azigabo ni dey no. In fact, I've been sending you the videos for you to watch. The trend now or they call personality vilification, it will not help. Okay, if you want to enter into the mainstream of politics, you don't go attacking. You don't pick say, okay, but say me call high, but say me trending to know. Let me pick this personality and then go straight attacking the person. Where the trend now they call M1. Okay, you shouldn't forget that there's tomorrow. Okay, say me far away now masopano and I may far away my creative or time between or no anyway more. It will not help. If he thinks that where he is, that's the tangent that he wants to go. Pick on personalities, pick on colleague, media person, and then Nameo Sopano and Nameo Rono and find Jimmy Dia. It will not help.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was from other industry. After over the mainstream politics.
Yeah.
The political career will not end after MPP primaries. There's politics after 31st. You shouldn't forget.
Yeah.
The videos now, it will come back hitting at him.
One day.
You shouldn't forget.
Okay.
If you pick someone, offense up and say, tarnish the person's image. Now trying to pick Ziga and then pitch him against Dr. Baumia. Things I want to find favor. No, in your politics, and we don't do media in that way. Okay,
and the
so
same people
cautiously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm the mama abronye na abronye didi matem say me makwa kwaje ikede de Japan sika na me be malai Dr. Baumia. How could it be possible? Then no more what say me makwaje Dr. Baumia sika. Oh, Africa no say ana Dr. Baumia ma me wo fast for best 6 ye di ko police ni immigration ni. Oh yeah.
Why you do when you na country boys?
Me na mamba o si ayebe de tieni yo ayebe de pass e uko kede de Japan ko for na they are saying that I've taken Dr. Bamia's man. You understand abronya nso nu ko kabo so to say me ba kwaje kede de Japan sika. So I'm happy.
No,
I'm happy say
transparent to acha no.
Oh yeah, Connie and me demand code and common. Ochina yeba details in ina no yere beba. Saso ena ochina me catch say maybe be nema so kakra ama when it comes to Valco. Valco Jumekuo no ensemble na ekoso ewo honom, and clearly I will give you details about it because on my person we yesi kapa dia anaso moma ejuma na membunu ene omama kenyina ejuma ye dia. What is really happening ewo Valco and I feel so guy deck for nyina no be din na betudwa ewo fie hanom ochina anopa so no state you men ko baby bia but ending komo na ye ne midima for ending komo na fe ye yen say ho yare na fe babaka da kan nyina me da to so ama midima for bia bako de
twedi ampada ro mo de na che bia e fa
afisha paso
afen kometo
hu za fin na afen me hu ye ni komo
Mira say mamenchia wa hefo ene watiefo ena no pay na memusa say ene apomuden etie say apomuden enye de a na anopay a yemfe ani nkyere mu e wo medimafo Heba Hospital esan se opani kwankyerefo kofa bai ede ma medimafo e ba hospital ye Dr. Time eda so na nyame ada romanti na Mrs. Time da so bo na chidom na ye wo a doctor fo ye wo a nurse fo professionals ene no mo ye adwuma e o medimafo e ba hospital nti wo ba medimafo e ba hospital a memma suro bia ma ohu ena nkase na bia me kwedabedabede ye ne professionals na ye adwuma e o medimafo e ba hospital nti your doctors, your nurses, your lab technicians mo ye professionals ye won mo so mo scan mo ye professionals ho obesan so ba to OPD your nurses for mo OPD mo hwa boa na bibia tumi atumpon ere ama wo enu ntino se wo ba medimafo e ba hospital de ya na ayayarasa nkuto ena wonso oba no aba abagye na enra doctor onkran ha nyame adom enen so batena se for preview wonom ebeba for preview nyina ebeba ne na wo ma ba hia doctor ochena nyame ya adom efiada Friday bia duru sana ya na premium service ne ene say obi opeso book appointment by appointment with Dr. Time da so onen doctor etna se one on one na fe o ma di nkomo na ya hwe na wapomoden so no yama no asiye e de ama wo anu nti medimafo ba hospital doctor do jamfi okumani ne ba ma batena se ne atena se wo kyena tutua na mo na bra se yare no meka se memfa nwura 2026 mu bare bia na wo fi so ena minisika ena mekura me 200 me 300 me 400 di bia mekwa na doctor anyia now the Euro 2026 mo me can say for the first time Ghana bakose mo yarasa bia me ba chaw obama hiafo ne asikafo aye me dimafo herbal hospital bad me hiafo ne asikafo enenti sikani baba sana ho yare ohiani nso baba sana ho yare na nokwasem ne say obi ma me dimafo ba hospital emo nka say ye ma na borofodro da biara da obi ma me dimafo ba hospital emo nka say ye the orthodox medication and a demano name no ba ye bibidro ya en haban enobina ana afa enua hini ana ye de saw yare e o medimafo heba hospital obi se sciatica ana atete no anu ntino ya na ne nambrom atwetwe no ya na eho wo no bra medimafo heba hospital na ye fountain saniani na ye nhwew na medimafo de metrans bia meka se ye no ade ba akon se enye se oba ya wo se uti na pai wo na ye ma otipa ya duru ne mom ne ye nhwemu e woni paduanum ansa ne amo aduru na oba medimafo ba hospital doctor enye consultation se obeba ne ya calculation se consultation e bi 300 ana consultation 500 pato e bi nsi e o medimafo ade ya oba medimafo for the first time oba ho a o ma hoda ubetuaka say ye card de ama wo 70 Ghana cedis na uwia na ya check your vitals na mfa kwa share doctor only doctor din kobo e ho na e be kire say e wo so kwatwa scan ana say obe lab na ye gina so e de ahwew na no lab no na bia lab no na obetuaka na say scan na obetwa no na obetuaka na no kra no say wo kwatwa no abonten ana empono government hospital kra na nye jo no aye enjichemu miensa ana ye jewo e o medimafo e ba hospital enunti akane no na o ye lab o scan na 100 cedis enti ne no enkwa ni mu bia ba ko ye lab akwa enkwa ni mu bia to na mo na bra na nhwe ne mo wo ansa na wi a wo de nhwehwemu no aka koma doctor na doctor atenase na wa kire o se o how saying ena wo ho na all treaty o how no de ama no e ya bosome ana bosome mienu na doctor aka kire o se memu adro sa bosome mienu obetua 800 Ghana cedis ana 700 Ghana cedis na obetua e ho no mprempre no ne odi ba ye bia so de 300 or so de 400 na ba ya doctor edge no wa mo adro no aka kire so na otwe mienu konom ebibiduro ye de ma ono na otwe mienu na otwe mienu no so no asaba for review na ho na abehu sa ampa ye wa aduro ne wa aduro memo obi nkotete ahaba bi mfa ma so no otete ahaba nduro me ba chaw enkoya saade no bra o ba bra obi a me ba chaw yese abodi afata bekwe afata ne hefa akono bra obi a mpa chaw onyame na ne tumi so ama na abodi ahodo enye nipa de ama no na ebom no onyame ama na abodi enipa de buburu jai bebere a yentumi nkan baro nyame abodi na ode ama no etumi na nyame de ama no se ewie ebere mu no wo ye ne wiase nyina ha ba afo nyina agya enu ntia bia watie mi untu ana mamfa mai me papa oyare no wanhwe yi na ede saa na de wo akwa asama de wo bra nkan se saa yare abo we nkade wo kwa asama do anti me kan chiro say yes o kidna say anopa be share doctor time da so wo chira na apeso be share doctor mpacho premium service ne number na me be boy fa na free na ye ma premium service no nyame ade mo china premium service o book appointment number ba free 05 91 20 2375 0591 20 2375 eno number abafre for premium service nyame adom ochira na yama o number ni yama o time enti wa mfre na obeduro na kase wo for premium service a hwan time ni emfa monti frɛ ansa na nyame adom ochira waba na wo de ope general consultation ope se wo de ndi nkomo at any time 0244 77 4282 0244 77 4282 ana 05 00 72 7215 0500 72 7215 emidimafo ba hospital ye numbers no na yare ne de ne nyina o ba ye tu ase de ama so the medical can say na me no ka say doctor watena se dada e twen so de pressure ne beba o de diabetes ne beba fibroid na fabra afei stroke and pressure infertility obane be ma muntumi nwo no medimafo na oba no pay koko teteo fabra medimafo ba hospital oba na be ma waye mere wo mpam no empa so no e bia na oba ye pese ma style bi ba na ase ma bere na misisi na mse me djongo mpacha obra medimafo ba hospital be ma nso na oba na pese o ma na ninje na untumi ma na ninje a me pacha yesi amagani amagahia ye ho amagaho mentre ba bi nkase wo aduro asni obi na menka sa wo yekuani nsusu no bisan sa onko obi afuom aso onko ani kuani na abeko obi afuom kwa ko ho pantu pa sa de yesi abo apem oni aba ho na abehu say yes ampa bra medimafo ba hospital na yemo prostate enlargement de to ase de ma o ya bibiduro na de to ase ya nsorosoro no da biara da impotence menstrual disorders fa bra medimafo ba hospital hepatitis poor eyesight obi wana ni shada huna de papa eso ya wisi medimafo na oba ne abo penis enlargement na gusu wo ho anya say ya jai e wo ho pa 5 days per anya de ma wo ya de anu si na yakọ premium service number is 0591 20 2375 and abe frame medimafo ba hospital any other consultation 0244 77 4282 and 0500 727215 and medimafo heba hospital Dr. Time and that's opening e better say pay
yes yeah that's pa and a happy birthday starting with the man himself Sam George. Happy birthday to you. Right, Sam George in the Eya Wawoda Minister. Honorable Jatanie. Sam George, happy birthday to you. Minister Communications. Happy birthday to you once again. And then a happy birthday to you, Kwame Obrimpong Tando. This one is from Felicia Komi. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to you, Honorable Lydia Angel Nutako, aka Double. We are Greater Accra Regional Chairperson of the NDC Volta Diaspora Caucus. Happy birthday to you, Honorable Lydia Angel Nutako, aka Double, Greater Accra Regional Chairperson of the NDC Volta Diaspora Caucus. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to you, Jaden Quating. This one is coming from Mr. and Mrs. Quating. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to you, Sky Popo of the Park Court, Fanchine Brass Santase. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to you, comedian Ojo. This one is from Obapa Lamisi. And then a happy birthday to you, Ni Okanja Victor Latte. This one is from Amando. And then a happy birthday to you, Mr. DC Koku. This one is from the entire family. And then a happy birthday to you, Ernestina Ando. Kumasi Santase, happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to Asida, who is 3 years. This one from your dad, Reverend Augustine, from Kumasi Atunsu. Happy birthday to you. Aha, and I'm the meeting at the Kojo Preko Dankwah, leaving in the good hands of the sports team. Midfield action is next. It'll be heavily produced by Richard Apiasa, Fifi, Addison, and then Courage, and then the technical crew, Amos, and no Mama Kenya, Danny, so we are back again tomorrow, God willing, same time. I'm a Sansu for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Sports is next on Kessben 93.3 and then 92.9, and then on Kessben TV, Kessben Plus TV. Stick and stay. Have a lovely morning. Good morning.